Everybody, is me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity, send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to Great Days. So, today I wanted to talk about enjoyment and doing what brings you joy. Right? Very simple. So let's get into this. So, a simplification that you can practice, or simplifying way, would just to do things that bring you joy, right? Not anything too complex, right? Like, by this I mean, do the things that bring you joy in your life. If you like to talk about whatever it is that you like to talk about, do these things, right? Whatever it is that you like to do, just do them and bring joy to yourself. If you're not, you slowly grow miserable, and it can become a disease to live within that misery, because you slowly start to become numb to it, and you kind of drown in over stimulation, and it can become very overbearing, right? And then you find yourself juggling a lot of things, and everything becomes too much to bear, um, and you kind of get caught, right, in this entanglement. So do whatever it is that you love, like do whatever it is that you really enjoy. Um, and if you forgot, or if you don't know what you actually enjoy, then go through many different things. Just do a lot of different things, and the more that you're gonna do these things, or the more that you do many different things, the more that you can observe yourself and see what is actually bringing you into a bliss. Otherwise, it can be misery inducing to just get entangled with a lot of things, and it ends up causing some type of um, grief, or whatever it may be, loss of opportunity, or loss of times, whatever you want to call it, right? So the simplification is to just do things that is going to bring joy to you, bring that is going to bring you a bliss, right? Or don't do anything at all. You can also do that, because that's definitely going to bring a bliss to you. Um, but it's also an action. It's an actionless action, meaning there's no action behind the action. So it's most definitely going to bring a bliss to you if you let it, right? Like, you can continue not doing anything, and there's definitely a bliss that's going to arise, but you got to let it. Otherwise, you keep on doing things that are distracting you from that deeper state of bliss. So do the things that are going to bring you bliss, period. Don't fall into things that are going to entangle you in deep states of misery, right? Because these are the things that you don't want to waste your energy on, right? Your energy is like a currency, and you want to you want to spend your money, or you want to spend your energy or currency on the things that are going to bring you joy, right? That are worth the experience. So do that, do these various different things. Um, and stockpile the bliss, right? So do whatever it is that brings you bliss and keep doing that until you are swelling with bliss, right? Or do that um, until you're overflowing with bliss. And this is the overflux of life, which can easily lead you into eternal life. As the energy starts to overflow, the consciousness starts to expand into itself, and then you come to become self-aware, illuminated, right? So so do what is gonna or do what is gonna bring you bliss. Okay. uh and it's that simple. There's no other, there's nothing else to really follow, because everything else that is going to lead you to misery, you're eventually going to learn not to do it. But it's probably going to take you longer than other people, right? Because some people can learn faster. Other people take other people's take a long time to learn things, right? So the whole thing is that you want to do what is blissful, unless you are willing to be miserable, but nobody really wants to be miserable. Um, so if you're caught in misery, or if you're just making the excuse to be miserable, then you're still kind of buying your misery, when you don't have to. You can just buy your bliss, be blissful. um, just overflow with the bliss, overflow with the life energy, right? Stockpile the bliss. So do whatever is going to bring you bliss. Let's say you like to make music, then you make more music. If this makes you blissful, then the more music you make, the more blissful you're going to be. And then you can just stockpile that, and you're going to be in a bliss. Let whatever is going to bring you misery, you don't want to do that, right? But you gotta understand what is going to bring you bliss, what is going to bring you miseries. And so you have to travel throughout the various different things. You gotta try different things and douse out what is really going to bring you bliss, right? And dive into that. Don't get it confused, though. Don't get misery and like pseudo bliss confused, right? By this I mean a false bliss. Don't get it confused. Uh, a miserable state that you're just kind of acting through, right? Don't get it confused, because it can hurt you. It can get you entangled deeper psychologically, because it creates a double persona that you are going to continuously conflict yourself with, right? So understand what is actually going to bring you bliss, and just keep doing that until you can't contain your bliss, right? Do it for years, do it for lifetimes, and then you become a master at it. right? And then you're teaching other people eventually how to do whatever it is that's bringing you bliss. It could be anything. Once again, it's different for everybody, but people can collect together and and do that one thing that is bringing all of them bliss, and they kind of can share all that. But the whole thing is that you want to stockpile that so that you can rise in the energy level. If you're in a miserable state, and if you're in a miserable state, you're kind of also drained in your energy, right? You kind of want to have that fountain flowing. You want your energy level flowing because that's how the consciousness is going to expand. So just do that. Have silence as well, right? I don't know if people like silence, but I know that it's needed for everybody to induce a peacefulness, and that peacefulness can easily be used to find bliss in more of life when you've constricted it, right? So don't fall into the trap of that constriction, which is the entanglement. You get yourself bounded or binded up in complexities, and you can't breathe. You're suffocating, right? So that's what constrictions are. They're constricting you from being able to perceive the saturation or the divine, right? The divine is here. It's right now. You can experience the depth of the divine, but you've been constricted and you've complexed everything. You've complexified everything when it can just be touched upon any second, every moment, and you don't ever have to leave it either. And that's the experience of God. Nobody needs to fight over it because it's free for everybody. And the experience is God. The experience of God is not bounded. It's completely beyond. So you can definitely practice bliss by just doing whatever it is that is bringing you bliss, or practice generating bliss, or come to realize it, but you got to realize it through dissolution, or dissolving away. You got to dissolve away the boundaries until there's only bliss that is irradiating. Do that, or just let it happen, because it's all it is. You gotta just let it happen. Very, very simple, and highly remedial, highly therapeutic as well from anything that can take place. So I do thank everybody for watching. Once again, peace out, one love, and have a great evening.